Everybody, it is Wednesday, April 15th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Brian back in the center of the aisle with another update for Iran. Eric Daughtry reports that some European leaders have reportedly begun drawing up NATO without America plans. President Trump has made them panic. They might not get a free ride anymore. European NATO would supplement U.S. military assets with European ones, per Wall Street Journal. Can you believe it? Can you believe it's that hard for them to just let America use our bases in NATO airspace whenever we want to do a favor for the world? In other words, nuclear. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte even admitted, if anyone thinks here that the European Union and Europe can defend itself without the U.S., keep on dreaming. You can't. We can't. Europe, if you really want to go it alone, and those of you who are planning for that, forget that you can even get there with 5% GDP for defense spending. It will be 10%. You have to build up your own nuclear capabilities. That costs billions and billions of euros. You will lose them. In that scenario, you will lose the ultimate guarantor of our freedom, which is the U.S. nuclear umbrella. So hey, good luck, he says. Let's listen to this and see what he says here. Maybe. I guess it's not going to let us. Okay. That'll probably be taken down after a while. Press Secretary, I saw some bad reporting this morning that we had formally requested an extension on the ceasefire. That is not true at this moment. We feel good about the prospects of a deal, and it's obviously in the best interest of Iran to meet the President of the United States' demands. I would say so too, Caroline Leavitt. Video footage shows an F-4 Phantom II with the Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force allegedly flying earlier today over northern Iran after escorting the aircraft carrier Pakistani Army. Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir, I know I murdered that, and Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi into the capital of Tehran. I don't know if that's going to be Iran doing that or maybe that's Pakistani, but regardless, there was a fighter jet over there, so it didn't have anything to do with the U.S. or Israel, I don't think. The regime is on the run, and I'm going to tell you why. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, this is from Eric Daughtry, I apologize, Eric. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is opening up the bank accounts of Iranian regime officials through our Gulf allies that Iran so recklessly attacked. He even contacted China. We are partnering with our Gulf allies who are much, much more willing to share the bank accounts of members of the Iranian regime in their countries. We are reaching out to banks, including Chinese banks, to remind them that any Iranian goods and the purchase thereof are forbidden, and that the dollars would be sanctioned, and that we will press for secondary sanctions if there's a problem. Go get them. Go get them. Get all that money. It's hurting them. Open source intel states that a source close to Tehran, Iran may allow ships to pass through Omani side of the Strait of Hormuz without interference as part of a deal with the U.S. Isn't that so nice of Iran, since seeing how they think they run the world? That's Oman water. You can't dictate what happens there. I mean, you're going to fire bombs. I'm sure you're going to send missiles and drones, but you don't get to tell them what they do with their money and their trades. Iran would retain control of its own waters while Oman controls the side of the strait. I don't know what give Iran the idea that they control all of that. But I guess you want something, you just take it over there, I guess. Seeing how China seems to be brought up so much in this, and I understand why, I decided to take a look at what their Air Force looks like and let you guys know what they have as far as fighter jets. Each video I'll go over a little bit more of what they have in their arsenal, that in case we end up having somebody get itchy with trigger finger from that country, which I'm not, I hope not. The first one is their Chengdu J-20 called Mighty Dragon. It's a 5th gen stealth fighter designed to compete with the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Lightning II. It has advanced stealth, super cruise capability without even going into the afterburners. That's smoking fast. Advanced stealth, Air superiority and precision strikes is what they mainly use that fighter for. And again, these are just what I've researched. I've only used facts that all of the areas have put out. Anybody can go, if you want to look at these pictures of these jets, you can go to Wikipedia Commons and get it all. It's all free. The Shenyang J-16 variant of the Russian Su-30 MKK. It's advanced avionics, AESA radar. Carries air-to-air or air-to-ground missiles. They use that for ground attacks, maritime, and air superiority. The Chengdu J-10 Vigorous Dragon. It's comparable to an F-16. Air superiority, ground attacks, interception missions. Latest variant of the JC-10 features advanced AES radar, improved weapons systems, I should say, sorry. The Shenyang J-11 air superiority and long-range interception. It's a Chinese-built version of the Russian Su-27 flanker. Significant upgrades. The Shenyang J-15 Fly Shark, first carrier-based flight jet from Russia. Su-33 prototype used on carriers like the Liang and the Shandong. Like I said, next video, probably tomorrow, I'm going to cover what air carriers they have in their arsenal for China. Air defense, anti-ship, and ground attack missions is what they use that J-15 for. So they do have some jets with stealth capabilities. They have one that's comparable to the F-13 or F-35 and the Raptor 20. The Raptor F-22. It's I'm not sure that it's as advanced as ours. Maybe. I don't know of any enemy, including even the United States, doesn't let everybody know what we have. So I know they have a Gen 6 fighter that they're working on, and they have a new carrier they're trying to put into service. But I want to say I thought that was 2028 that would be done, but it could be 26. We'll definitely see here in the near future. So with that being said, I hope everybody's doing great from where they're at today. If you could like, subscribe, comment, I'd greatly appreciate it. Everybody seemed to like the last video with China in it. Seeing what China had to do to, financially with Iran, and they give Iran a lot of money. They do, and that's not something we should look at lightly. They're going to defend their pact with Iran. They have a lot of money invested in them. Not as much as they said they were going to, but they still have billions invested. So with that being said, I am out.